Hola y bienvenidos a todos, estudiantes y maestros, familias y amigos. Alexis Calderon, please come forward.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Gracias, Alexis. Buenas tardes a todos. Es mi gran honor estar aquí con la clase de 2019. Hoy celebramos a 20 estudiantes muy especiales, mi clase de homeroom. En inglés, como en español, hay una diferencia entre las palabras house and home, casa y hogar. The class of 2019 is my homeroom. El programa de FDLA no es simplemente una casa, con paredes, un techo y algunos escritorios. Para todos y especialmente para nosotros, el salón B1 es nuestro hogar. And like any home, we have our struggles. Qué difícil hacer decisiones con este grupo. Fue imposible tener un momento de silencio con este grupo. Y al mismo tiempo, este grupo está en mi corazón. En 2016 comenzamos juntos un viaje por middle school. Desde que yo tenía 8 años, quise ser una maestra, pero nunca me imaginé trabajar en middle school. Pero estos niños traviesos me hicieron amar esta edad. Estoy encantada con ellos, con esta escuela y esta comunidad. So let us begin. Vamos a celebrar en nuestro hogar, in our home. Entonces, kick off your shoes. If it's okay with Miss Via, because I know she told me I had to wear heels. Kick off your shoes. Get ready to clap and cry and yell for these amazing young people. Un aplauso para nuestra directora, la madre de este hogar, señora Regina Marquez Martínez.
Realmente me siento como la mamá de los pollitos. Ayer tuve el honor de dirigir a nuestros alumnos de Franklin que se graduaron del 12 año. 300 me tenían que seguir hacia abajo hasta el campo de fútbol y dije, me siento como la mamá de los pollitos. Y un estudiante me dijo, sí lo es. I'm like, oh, quería ser la hermana. Anyways, thank you so much. I do feel like I'm leading this little pack, and I do feel this maternal love for you all. I really do. I think that that there's something about that local parentis that the district holds us accountable, and it's such a wonderful, wonderful job that I hold. So thank you for being here, and I'm going to now do my formal speech. Bienvenidos padres, estudiantes, maestros, consejeros y administradores. Es un gran placer estar enfrente de ustedes celebrando la tercera promoción de nuestros estudiantes bilingües, biliteratos de nuestra recién establecida escuela intermediaria. Es un honor verlos crecer de niños a adolescentes y ser partícipe de su crecimiento intelectual, emocional, social y, claro, algunos esqueletal. Welcome parents, students, teachers, counselors, and administrators. It is a great pleasure to be in front of you celebrating the third promotion of our bilingual, biliterate students from our newly established middle school, Magnet. It is an honor to see your children grow into adolescence and to be part of their intellectual, emotional, social, and of course, skeletal growth. Banderas, consejos que les puedo dar para que sean exitosos en la etapa que sigue serían: número 1, continúen esforzándose en perfeccionar sus idiomas, ya sea el inglés o el español. En este mundo tecnológico que cruza fronteras, el saber y dominar 2 idiomas es una necesidad. Es una oportunidad para ser incluido en la conversación mundial. Más de 23 países dominan el español. El inglés es un idioma más estudiado en cualquier país que uno vaya, ya sea la China, Japón, España, México. Todos aprenden el inglés. 2 idiomas perfeccionados es poder dominar el mundo. Número 2, involúcrense en los más de 20 clubs que Franklin les ofrece, ya sea deportes, UCLA After School, pero necesitan involucrarse. No solo conocerán a otros estudiantes que no conocían, pero podrán compartir su pasión, se retarán en participar en algo nuevo o simplemente competirán en un foro más grande de lo que están impuestos. Todo extracurricular forma parte de su crecimiento y, por supuesto, su biografía será más interesante para las universidades. Número 3. Tengan una visión de cómo se quieren ver en unos 5 a 7 años. Rétense, pidan ayuda, quédense en tutoría, rétense para el 4.0 GPA. Entre más grande su GPA, más opciones para la etapa universitaria o post-prepa. Panthers, tips that I can give you to be successful in the next stage, this is what they would be. Number 1, continue to strive to perfect your languages, either in English or Spanish. In this technological world that crosses borders, knowing and mastering 2 languages is a necessity. It is an opportunity to be included in the world's conversation. More than 23 countries dominate Spanish. English is the most studied language in any country, and you'll find it in China, Japan, Spain, Mexico. And you'll see that bilingual schools are the norm. 2 perfected languages will help you dominate this world. 2, get involved in more than the 20 clubs that Franklin has to offer, or the many sports, or even UCLA After School. Not only will you meet other students that you did not know, but you will be able to share your passion. You will challenge yourselves to participate in something new, or you will simply compete in a much larger forum. All extracurricular is part of its growth, and of course, it's part of your growth. And of course, your biography will be more interesting for universities. Number 3, have a vision of how you want to see yourself, where you see yourself in 5 to 7 years. Challenge yourself. Ask for help. Stay for tutoring. Reach for that 4.0 GPA or higher. The bigger your GPA, the more options for the university stage or any post-high school experiences. Entonces hoy es un día de celebración porque este capítulo se ha acabado. Seguimos al siguiente y les aseguro que se van a divertir, van a aprender, van a madurar, van a tener muchos nuevos sueños que alcanzar. Felicidades. Today we celebrate the end of a chapter. We will open a new chapter in August, and I assure you that you will have fun, learn a lot, you will mature into young adults, and you will have new dreams to achieve. Congratulations, Banderas.
Gracias, directora. El más grande honor para un maestro es que los estudiantes lo inviten para dar un discurso en su graduación. The biggest honor that students at Franklin Dual Language Academy can give a teacher is to invite them to give the speech at their culmination. Este año, señorita Amezola tiene este honor. Please help me in welcoming her to the stage.
Welcome families, colleagues, and my wonderful 8th grade class. I cannot believe how fast time has gone by. When you asked me to be the speaker, I was flattered by the compliment, terrified by the idea of public speaking, but relieved at the thought that I had months to work on this speech. Oh, how naive I was. This last semester with you has flown by, and now you are ready to leave the nest. No more uniforms for you. Every day will be free dress now, and I know you're excited. I could have used this speech to impart my knowledge about high school in you, but there is nothing else I could teach you that you don't already know. Instead, I want to talk about what you have taught me. It's going to take a little while. As a first-year teacher, I came excited to teach you all that I know about science. Cells, animals, DNA, but I never anticipated all that I would learn from you. Your first lesson was kindness. You were a challenging class at the beginning, very talkative and full of energy, and I was in over my head. One day, when I was particularly overwhelmed and convinced that I was ruining your education, I decided to ask you what I could do better, and if I was being a good teacher. And then I started to cry. A couple of you took the opportunity to tell me that I was doing a good job. I explained that you were just a talkative bunch, but that you truly did enjoy my class. Those kind words meant the world to me and have kept me going for the past 3 years. I have seen that same kindness expressed over and over again towards your classmates every time someone was having a rough time, or whenever you shared hugs if someone cried during community circles. And I saw it this past weekend as you took care of each other and cheered each other on one roller coaster ride after another. The second lesson I learned from you all is to listen. As I mentioned before, you were, and still are, a very chatty class. And at first, I was a little offended. I would come in with what I believed to be a great lesson plan and a great PowerPoint to go with it, but I would never get through the lesson plan because I would get interrupted a million times by questions, so many questions, some very weird questions. Finally, I learned to stop fighting to finish my PowerPoint and listen. I listened to what you wanted to know, to what you were curious about, and we had conversations. Your class was always fun because all of you are so curious, and your curiosity was my gift. I loved coming to your class because I never knew what I was going to learn. You asked questions I had never thought about, and we had such interesting and challenging conversations. Every one of you challenged me and gave me a new perspective and taught me to be a better teacher. You taught me to listen to my students more and to let your curiosity lead my teaching, and for that I am very grateful. Lastly, and maybe most importantly, you have taught me courage. The courage to be unapologetically myself by being unapologetically yourselves. It has been my privilege to watch you grow up. You were so little when I first met you and had so much energy. Some of you could not sit still. You would keep bouncing on your chair, sitting on one leg and then on the other. But as the years went by, you grew up. And as you grew up, you became louder. But louder about the things that matter to you. Things you care about. Louder about who you are and what you want. Not afraid to express your opinion, not afraid to express yourself. Your sassiness and self-confidence is inspiring. I have loved watching every single one of you come out of your shell. I will never forget this class. I will never forget how excited you were when we built earth layers out of Play-Doh, how attentively you watched the videos on animal interactions, all the work you put into your roller coasters, how much you screamed and laughed when we launched bottle rockets, or how you opened up and allowed me to get to know you better during community service. I wish you the best of luck in high school. Not that I think you will need luck, because as you might have already gathered, I know that you're all amazing, wonderful, intelligent, kind people, and you will continue to do and be great. I am going to miss you dearly. I am going to miss you dearly, and no matter how big you get or how far apart we are, you will always be my kids. I love you all. Congratulations.
As many of you know, Ms. Garcia Mazola is moving on. She's very young. And she's moving back to where she grew up and where she went to school. And we would just like to present her with a plaque to thank her for everything she's given to this program. Paola Garcia Mazola, with heartfelt appreciation for your dedication to the founding of the secondary science and junior robotics programs at the Franklin Dual Language Academy Magnet. Gracias por inculcarnos su amor por la ciencia y la pasión por el estudio de idiomas. Familia FDLA. Gracias, maestra, y buena suerte. Next, we have a special presentation created by Ivan Martinez. Ivan, would you please come forward?
Okay, so before I start, I want to say a couple of things. I want to say thank you to the thank you. You guys were all a big part of my life. You guys all have an important impact on my life too. And this class is a family to me. And I love and care for all of you guys. So thank you.
Gracias, Ivan. So a very nice gift for the class. Next, we have our student speakers. Gracias a la maestra Villa por preparar a los estudiantes con sus discursos. I'd like to welcome Lulu McKitten to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a special day for all of us. It's like the end of an era. I can't believe we're here already. It was like just yesterday that we were culminating from 5th grade. Elementary school was an interesting time, but dual language definitely made it more fun. For instance, all those fun dances we would come up with for the spring concerts would always impress everybody because they were in Spanish. Although challenging, it is so beneficial to be biliterate, and I don't think I truly knew that before. La escuela secundaria ha sido un tiempo de absoluta alegría, pero también ha habido desafíos. Sé que cometí muchos errores, pero este grupo de personas es tan indulgente y comprensivo que siempre podemos superar las diferencias. Adaptarse a una nueva escuela siempre es difícil, pero tener la mayoría de los amigos con los que crecí ayudó. Yo recuerdo en el 6º grado que teníamos demasiados maestros para contar. Era un tiempo en donde nadie sabía realmente lo que pasaría después. Yo diría que ese fue el año más extraño para mí. Mirando hacia atrás, 6º y 7º grado parecen tan recientes, pero hace mucho tiempo atrás al mismo tiempo. Aunque difícil, el 6º grado incluyó muchas memorias divertidas para nuestra clase, como el tiempo cuando dividimos en grupos y pretendemos dirigir restaurantes para nuestros compañeros. Digamos simplemente que necesito un montón de limpieza después de eso. If I could thank everyone who has helped me throughout the years, the list would probably fill an entire page. We are so lucky to have such amazing, supportive, and fun staff members at this school. I want to thank teachers like Ms. Amasola, Ms. Claudio, Mr. Myung, Ms. Via, and of course Ms. Rowe. These people have supported and looked out for us throughout our entire middle school experience, and I'm beyond thankful for that. Next, I want to thank my beautiful, amazing, and intelligent classmates. I appreciate all of you so much. Even though bonds have shifted between us, I still have the same feelings as before. I know we all make mistakes, and I just want to put all of those behind us and look into the future. I lastly want to thank all of my closest friends, especially Itzel and Nitze. Thank you so much for sticking by my side throughout everything, even when I made mistakes. Una de las cosas excelentes sobre el programa de 2 idiomas es poder mirar hacia adelante en el futuro y realmente pensar en dónde vas con tus habilidades lingüísticas. Yo sé que este programa establecerá a todos los estudiantes por encima de los estándares y en otro camino de aprendizaje. Realmente no entendía lo útil que sería antes. Ahora estoy iluminada con miles de beneficios y ventajas que nos dará. Lo curioso es que no tengo ni idea de dónde quiero ir en términos de universidades y carreras. Lo único que sé es que este programa está guiándonos a todos en la dirección correcta. To conclude my speech, I just want to say how grateful I am to have had such a beneficial and interesting middle school experience. Although middle school is never easy for anyone, and it wasn't, it was definitely a time to discover ourselves and excel in our learning. Good luck to everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Please welcome Abel Romero.
Good evening and welcome, teachers, parents, and students. Congratulations to all of those students that I graduated this afternoon. First, I want to talk a little bit about my experiences in the dual language program. I want to comment that it's my first year in the program, and it has been a beautiful year. I have learned a lot. Cuando llegué a mi primer día de escuela, me sentí un poco asustado y nervioso, porque no conocía a nadie en el salón. Pero mientras fueron pasando las semanas, fui conociendo a todos. Personalmente, yo nunca hubiera pensado que hubiera llegado a tener amigos tan magníficos como los que tengo en este momento. Yo me acuerdo de una tarde en la que algunos de nosotros nos quedamos en el programa después de escuela, jugando básquetbol, pero para nuestra mala suerte, empezó a llover. Mis compañeros de clase, que ahora son mis amigos, me ayudaron en muchas de las cosas en la escuela. Por ejemplo, cuando yo no sabía algo o no entendía algo, ellos me ayudaban. A pesar de que en las primeras semanas de la escuela, a algunos de ellos no les vaya bien, pero eso cambió. Ahora disfruto pasar tiempo con ellos. I want to give some shout outs to Ms. Rowe, Ms. Via, Ms. Amasola, and Ms. Claudia. They are the best teachers. They have been a great part of my learning. They have been there to help me a lot. And they definitely want us to be successful in life. I want to give a special shout out to my wonderful mom. She has forced me to my limits to make sure one day I'm a good man. Me haré cargo de no defraudarlos. Algún día seré un buen hombre. Pero para mientras, como dice mi mamá, haz el trabajo difícil ahora para que en el futuro no sufras o porque tus hijos no sufran en el futuro. En fin, me llevaré todos esos recuerdos, todas esas risas y los juegos. Y no puedo olvidar las amistades que están en esa escuela. Gracias por su atención y su tiempo. Que tengan un buen día todos. Gracias.
Gracias, Olga. Janaí Jiménez Serrano.
Good afternoon, students, teachers, and families. Well, as some of you may know, my name is Janaí Jimenez, and I'm extremely honored to be up here talking to all of you on this amazing day we call our 8th grade culmination. Out of every single writing assignment I have been given, this was by far the hardest. I had all sorts of ideas at the beginning of writing my speech, but I could never pin them together. I would listen to my other classmates' speeches thinking I would get inspired, but that didn't really work out. Until something clicked. One day, I was in Miss Claudia's room after school with one of my best friends, Carol. I told Miss Claudia what was going on about me having a hard time writing my speech. I was expecting to hear her say, write about the first of school or things that make me happy, which was a response I had gotten before and didn't want to hear again. Instead, she said to write about the difficult times I had. And I thought, what the heck is she talking about? She then continued to say that I should write about the hard times and how I lifted myself up. Once she said that, it was as if my entire speech came together right then and there. Yo empecé el programa de 2 idiomas en la primaria llamado Dama cuando tuve 5 años. Mirando hacia atrás, yo tuve una niñez muy espectacular. Tuve muchos amigos y una familia que me amaba mucho. Uno de mis memorias favoritos era jugar béisbol, o en inglés T-ball. No me detuve hasta que me quebré el brazo y no podía jugar esa temporada. Otras memorias que tengo es jugar tetherball con mis amigas Lisa y Sam. En ese momento yo no habría pensado que todavía seríamos las mejores de amigas. Cuando culminé de la primaria, estuve muy lista para asistir a Bergen Middle School con mi prima, pero la vida tuvo otros planes. When I received the news that my mom had enrolled me to FTLA, I was devastated. I complained about how much I didn't want to come here because I wouldn't make any friends because all my other friends were attending different schools. You can imagine how I felt walking in those ginormous silver gates on the first day of school. It was like starting the first day of preschool all over again. Ever since that day, I'm extremely happy that my mom enrolled me to come here. The list of memories I have here at FTLA goes on forever. From going to Dodger night with Lulu, Sophia, Ivan, and Lisa and screaming my lungs off until we finally got onto the Jumbotron, to singing my heart out in Miss Rose's car on in the tiny games with Carol and Samantha. I love these people with all my heart. This class is a family that you can never break apart. Even if one of us is not physically here, we still have the exact same connection. I especially love and appreciate my best friends, Carol, Lisa, Samantha, and Ida. These people love me with all my heart. They accept me for who I am, and they push me to my limits.
Welcome.
Yo aprendí muchas cosas aquí en FTLA. Las cosas que se destacan del resto es que debo empujarme a trabajar más duro. Como muchos dicen, el cielo es el límite. También quiero dar gracias a toda mi familia. Sin ellos, yo no estuviera aquí. Ellos significan el mundo para mí, especialmente a mis padres. Ellos me empujan a ser una persona mejor y me apoyan con amor que nunca se terminará. I wish only but the best for the class of 2019. I hope to see you all, if not next semester in high school, but in the real world. Sounds crazy, but it's closer than you think. Thank you all for coming to celebrate, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Gracias, Jenny. I was just kidding. I didn't really hide it. I think it's just nice. Finally, I would like to welcome Itzel Vilchis.
Hola. Yo he estado en el programa dual por unos 9 años. Durante estos años, he conocido muchísimas personas, ya sean nuevas amistades u otras de la primaria. Me hace feliz que pueda vivir este momento con todos ustedes, los maestros, los padres, familias y en especial los estudiantes, porque sin ellos, ninguno de nosotros estaríamos aquí graduándose hoy. Quiero dedicarles gracias a todos los maestros, en especial a Mr. Mion, Mr. Roy y Ms. Villa, porque ellos siempre podían ayudarme con mi vida personal y mi vida educativa. Ellos siempre podían entender cómo nos gustaría ser enseñados y educados. Mr. y Mr. Mion siempre eran los primeros en querer ayudar a la clase del 8º grado con eventos y ventas para poder llegar aquí de la manera más divertida y memorable posible. Looking back, I can remember all the times I used to get in trouble in elementary school. But none of them were very serious, except for 2, but let's not get into that right now. I remember how Emma, Diego, Stella, Lou, Zane, and I always used to hang out under a tree during recess and just talk about the most random things. I remember all of my teachers and how they were great, but a lot of things have changed since then. In these past 3 years, I've lived through some things that I wouldn't want to relive. Such as when my friends carried me all the way from the main gym across the campus to get to the nurse's office when I broke my ankle, or when friendships weren't going so well. But with the help of all my friends, especially my best one, Lulu McKinnon, and my lovely mom, Monica Alvarez, I was able to overcome some of my struggles and move on happily. Diciendo eso, quiero decirle gracias a mi mamá por siempre estar ahí en los momentos más difíciles. Yo siempre te amaré y gracias por dándome tu amor incondicional, especialmente cuando no lo merecía. Te amo, mami. As for you, Lulu, you're amazing. I love your entire being because you were there since elementary school. But we didn't really talk to each other until middle school. We've stuck together ever since, and you helped me when I needed you the most. I love you and I hope we don't ever part ways. Also, thanks to Anita Avila and Alexis Calderon for joining us this school year and giving me the chance to make a new friend. As the middle school years went by, I have learned many things, which is kind of the point when you come to school. I have learned that many things in your life may go wrong, but you're going to have to live with it and learn from it. Because if not, that will hold you back from achieving what you want most. But I haven't only learned from my teachers. I have learned from former FDLA 8th graders who are now in high school, students in my class, and even from our school yard staff. I have learned that high school won't be like what most of us think. We will separate, whether we like it or not, but it's a part of life. Maybe one of your closest friends will just become another face in the hallway passing by. And I know it's scary, but sometimes we just have to live through it. So, as Master Wu Wei from Kung Fu Panda once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. So enjoy the now, graduating class of 2019, because it truly is a gift.
Gracias, Itzel. Vamos a continuar con los premios estudiantiles. The students got together to give themselves awards for how they see themselves in the future. Kevin, please come up on the stage.
I will be calling the names. So, the first student award goes to Nitsa Avila. We decided that you're most likely to become a video editor for the show Supernatural. It's a good show. Alexis Calderon. You're most likely to become an anesthesiologist with his own hospital, or with your own hospital in Texas. That's pretty big. Next is Sarah Calderon. We decided you're most likely to become a journalist for the New York Times. Diego Christensen. You're most likely to become a journalist. Oh wait, no, that's not. Most likely to become rich by inventing your own software company. That's pretty cool. Cheryl Carnado. You'll probably become a farmer and save millions of cows. Nancy Espinosa. You're most likely to become a clothing designer for the band CNCO. Stella Ferguson. You're most likely to become a veterinarian and have your own pet kitten. Sergio Garcia. You'll probably become a professional Rubik's Cube player. Janai Jimenez Serrano. You're most likely to become the most successful lawyer in the criminal justice field. Ivan Martinez. You'll probably become a drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Sofia Malgareva. We decided you're most likely to become a famous YouTuber and collab with the Donut Twins. Lulumikiddin. We believe you're most likely to become a horseback rider and win a world record for the fastest laps. Emma Rose Ramirez. You'll probably become a first responder. Next is Faith Ramirez. You're most likely to become the world's #1 chef on Cake Boss. Abel Romero. We believe you will become a Marine and have a distinguished career. Holly Smith. You're most likely to become a graphic designer for Fortnite. Lisa Smith. You're most likely to become a singer and duet with Beyonce. Samantha Urquiza. You're most likely to become a cheer captain of the national team Great White Sharks. Itzel Vilches. You're most likely to become a soccer player for the women's Olympic team. Next is me.
Thank you, Kevin. And your classmates found that you would be most likely to become a CEO for the Pop-Tarts company. Now is the moment we've all been waiting for. The presentation of our culmination certificates. Students, ¿están listos? Yeah! I'm going to welcome the principal up to the stage. Ms. Villa, can I also welcome you up to the stage? Lindsay Avila. Alexis Calderon. Sarah Calderon. Diego Christensen. Carol Cornejo. Nancy Espinosa. Stella Ferguson. Sergio Garcia Montana. Janaí Jiménez Serrano. Ivan Martinez. Too bad your family's so shy. Sofia Delgado. Lulu the kitten. Emma Rose Ramirez. Faith Ramirez. Abel Romero Ponce. Colin Smith. Lisa Smith. Samantha Akisa. Itzel Vilchis Alvarez. And Kevin Buick. Marquez Martinez. Thank you, Ms. Villa. Congratulations to the class of 2019. The following students have also earned biliteracy medals from the Los Angeles Unified School District. Los certificados significan que estos estudiantes alcanzaron las metas académicas en los dos idiomas. Ms. Claudio and Ms. Villa, can you please do the honors? Felicidades a Itzel. Felicidades a Nancy. Felicidades a Janaí. Felicidades, Samantha. Felicidades, Lulu. Felicidades, Diego. Felicidades, Colin. Felicidades, Sarah. Felicidades, Stella. Felicidades, Lindsay. Y felicidades, Sofía. These students went through a rigorous amount of work with Ms. Claudio in order to earn this. They created a portfolio. They wrote an essay without Google Translate, sin diccionarios. They created a lot of works that they read in Spanish at grade level. It was quite a feat. I would like to take a minute to thank our student helpers. Amel, Riley, Sadie, Ruby, Sophia, Allison, Joelle, Cindy, Miriam, Tyler, and everyone who made posters, decorated, and cleaned. Your name's Tyler? There's somebody else out there named Tyler? Well, thank you. Thank you, teachers, for helping with sound, translation, awards. We couldn't have done any of this without the community coming together to support this class. Thank you, parents, for trusting us in this grand experiment. There simply is no school in the entire district that is doing quite what we're doing in the way that we're doing it and on a kind of campus in which we're doing it. And we wouldn't have this program without you. Para finalizar, queremos reconocer el apoyo que la señora Mónica nos ha dado durante todo este tiempo. Miss Claudia? Mil gracias, Mónica. And we know that you have something special for the students as well.
Where we're gonna be when we turn 25. Keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And got something that you want to say. I'm gonna say it right now 'cause you know another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we met together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? When we're staring out everything we learned in school, still be trying to break every single rule. Well, it'll bring me by the games,
We have one more big thank you. We have to honor and say thank you to Ms. Rowe on behalf of the class of 2019. I'd like to honor you with some flowers for all your hard work, long hours, lots of planning, dedication. She earns a big hand from everybody.
Thank you. Gracias a todos por venir a celebrar. Felicidades, estudiantes, y muy buena suerte. Si quieren tomar fotos del grupo entero, now is the time. Students will be exiting in a group but can stand still for maybe 2 more minutes. So please take your pictures now.
Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're living in it. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
graduates.